class, final class, enum, annotation, inner class, variables, methods, constructors, right? I requested you to post this assignment in our group. I didn't find anyone posted. Why? What happened? You forgot assignment? Hmm? You forgot or what? I didn't see anything. Okay, your wish. If you okay, if you participate in the discussion, you will understand. If you only wanted to listen class, okay, you will become lifelong listener only, nothing more, right? Yes or no? If you participate in the discussion like you seniors, you will get good knowledge. You will enjoy the subject. Okay. If you are not doing any work, just you are time passing, you will get nothing. So today morning 7 a.m. batch, while class going, when I'm explaining the concept, your batch 7 a.m. batch student, senior batch student, okay, look at there. He himself complete object-oriented programming principles, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction. He was thinking and has prepared a complete details. Small example. I didn't ask. He only prepared. While I'm explaining the concept, he only worked. Okay. So if you, not working, then you'll get nothing, zero. Once you try to, when I give the assignment, you have to finish the assignment, and that assignment details you have to post in our group to confirm your work is right or wrong, right? Have to go to our group. Right, in group you have to post your questions. So nothing is there. Since yesterday I'm waiting. Anybody will post anything related to yesterday assignment? No one. I'm very, very sad. Okay. Let's do it. Look at this. I have an object called vehicle. Okay. Vehicle is the main type. And the operations we have to declare in the vehicle for forcing subtypes to implement. Vehicle, then bus. Bus, some of the operations declared in the vehicle can implement common to all its subtypes. I told you, whenever you take an object, you have to question what is its supertype and what are its subtypes. If you prepare, then you can take decision. Okay. The next, vehicle, car, vehicle, bike. Okay. Car, bike. Then, now car also many cars are there, bike also many bikes are there. Now I want to take bus. From the bus, we have red bus, express, Volvo. Okay, red bus, express, Volvo. 3 buses I am taking. Tell me, red bus is fully manufactured, running on the road. Express is fully manufactured, running on the road. Volvo is fully manufactured, running on the road, right? Right. So, vehicle, just paper. On a paper, how it look like we are designed. That is just interface. So it is just an object, main type. It is created with interface. Some of the operations of bus, car, bike, okay. Some of the operations of the vehicle can be implemented common to all its subtypes. So bus must be abstract class. And next, all operations of the red bus implemented and then running on the road. Express implemented running on the road. So these are the concrete classes. So tell me, whatever you are seeing on the road will be what? Concrete class. Understand? Whatever you are seeing on the road is concrete class. Okay. Let me give you some idea about abstract class. Any of you have observed on the road half manufactured vehicles are running? For example, if you remember, I have seen many times on the highway roads, a vehicle with four wheels, one driver seat, steering, front window, only will be there. It is going. Some Tata company or Ashok Leyland company things will be going. Right? Some vehicles are going on the road. They are fully manufactured? No, half manufactured. These half manufactured vehicles in Java are what? Abstract classes. Fully manufactured vehicles are what? Concrete classes. Okay, the vehicle on a paper, try to visualize. The vehicle design on the paper is what? Interface. Okay, now the vehicle design on the paper is interface. By following that vehicle design on the paper, half manufactured object is what? Abstract class. Fully manufactured class is what? A concrete class. Simple. Next, tell me, Volvo further, if you observe, there are some Volvos which are having one more extension wheel, that is called Volvo Plus. Okay, Volvo Plus. Then can I, if you take Volvo Plus to the Volvo Plus, and one more wheel extension, one more wheel extension, one more wheel extension. If I keep on adding one more, then it become train. Na? Do you understand? Have you seen the difference between Volvo and Volvo Plus? Right? Do you know, right? Difference between Volvo and Volvo Plus. So Volvo is 8 wheels. Volvo Plus is 10 wheels. More 2 wheels will come back. If you take one more Volvo plus, like that, if you keep on extending, then what happen? Then it become train. That means it has to stop somewhere. That is what Volvo Plus I want to take as a final. I don't want more wheels. So this is the basic idea about how to create a object. Now vehicle is interface. Busu, car, bike, abstract class. Red bus, express, Volvo, concrete class. Volvo, final class. This is the best example what I found where all 4 types of classes will be involved. Okay, tell me, where is the enum on the bus? Enum. What the enum for the bus? Any of you identified? Enum means an object named constant. Array, C2, steering are not named constant, right? They are the values of the object. They are the values of the object. Driver is not part of vehicle. Driver is separate. Excellent. Bus stops. Bus stops is enum. Starting point to end point between how many stops are there? If you go and wait in the bus stand. In a bus stand now, the bus list will be coming. Bus number 10H. Let's say Hyderabad I'm taking 10H, or you can take your village level bus, red bus you take. Now there complete details will be there. These are the stops. First stop Secunderabad, next stop is this, next stop is this, next stop is this. Complete details will be there. Na? What are the different stops it will be stopping to get the passengers? That bus stop, okay, is nothing but enum. Okay, in a bus stop, okay, the bus stages list menu. Bus stages list menu is enum. Right? The next, what is the annotation? What is the annotation? Bus has a board, right? Hyderabad to Secunderabad via. Okay, Hyderabad to Secunderabad to Kukatpalli via. Okay, so now from destination, right? So source and destination. Waiting room. Why waiting room is enabled? Is it clear? So now these are the examples. Bus board. The bus board with the service number to from information is what? Annotation. How can I create enum annotation? How can I create enum and annotation? Enum is created like this. Enum, bus stop, open bracket, closed bracket, Sikandrabad, Patni, Paradise. These are all the bus numbers. And board we will create like this. At the rate interface, board, string service number, string source, string destination, string via. Okay, this is the way you have to think for developing. Now take these screenshots. I told you values are not part of the object. Now tell me, items are okay. If you take a hotel, I am taking idli, dosa, puri. How they are part of hotel? Right? They are not part of hotel. They are the part of food items. They are part of the food items, right? But that menu will be belongs to hotel. So bus stops list board will be with. If somebody asks, okay, this bus is going where? There is a board sticking to that. These are the stops. That is part of the bus only. And it is fixed. That bus number will never change. The bus number stops will never change, right? That's a fixed. Next. This is the way you have to develop. Interface vehicle, abstract class bus implements vehicle, class red bus, extends bus. For this red bus, board annotation and bus stops. Bus stops list is enum. This is the way you have to write the code. We will write the code. Okay. Currently we are dealing with the designing object. The complete code we cannot write as of now because you don't know how to create variable. You don't know how to create method. You don't know how to create a constructor. First we should learn them, then come back and implement this entire project. Completed? This is just creating annotation. So there's a small difference in other programming elements to annotation. Annotation you have created. After creating annotation, board is prepared. After preparing the board, we have to stick that board to a bus. Look at there. This is creating an annotation and this is applying annotation. After creating annotation, you must apply to the bus. At the rate interface board, all we have declared, this is creating annotation. Then after creating annotation, we are fixing the board to this red bus with the values. Take this board name, annotation name board, before with at the rate to tell it is an annotation. At the rate board, service number equal to, source equal to, destination equal to via. Creating annotation, you must apply that annotation to the programming element. Annotation is used for providing configuration, description and configuration values to an object, to a programming element. So you have to write like that, creation and applying. Two activities will be there with the annotation. Can I hope it's clear to all? Next. So this is the conclusion. And if you want to create enum of hotel, Okay, some more examples of enum. Object is a hotel and its enum is food item. Object is institute, its enum is course. Object is rainbow, its enum is color. If you want some more examples on enum, you can take this example. Tell me, a hotel can be a class or interfacer. Institute can be class or interfacer. Rainbow will be class. Okay, rainbow will be class. Hotel must be interface because there are different types of hotels are there. Institute must be interface, different types of institutes. But rainbow will be only one rainbow, so it is a class. There is no interface. Hotel is not an hotel name is not annotation. Hotel board is annotation. Hotel name is value of the object. Go to next point. Arey yaar, who is enabling this waiting room? Already yesterday we discussed it, right? Shape, interface, and rectangle, square, circle directly classes. We do not have any abstract class and final classes here. RBI Bank, interface, and then directly HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, SBI Bank, directly class. There is no abstract class. So what the point I want to tell from these slides? Every time we do not have super classes, abstract class, concrete classes, right? We have, every time in the hierarchy, we don't have abstract class and final classes. Most of the time we will only interface and class. Okay, we do not have what you call abstract class, final classes will not be there. Right. Right, if you want, take screenshot of that. Objects to design, class, interface, abstract class, concrete class, final class. Okay, and what do you call, for named constants of the object to maintain as a menu, to maintain named constants of an object as a menu, wherever menu concept is there, we have to use what do you call, enum. Where we want to prepare a kind of board, simple words I am giving na. Menu, list of items menu is enum. And next, board, outside information of this object, board is annotation, simple. Yeah, we can call. If the main type is there, Shivani, Sahu. If main type subtype is there, interface is required. For example, you are creating a class called addition. You are creating a class called addition for adding two numbers. This is a mathematical operation. To write this program, interface is not required. Again, you people are missing the point. I wanted to create business objects. Business I want to implement. I have main type, subtypes, then interface and class required. If a main type concept is not there, directly logic I am writing, then we need what? Simple class only we will use. Is it clear? If you want to develop C language programs in Java, what I should use? Interface or class? C language programs I want to develop in Java, what should I use? Class or interface? Class. Because interface methods doesn't allow us to implement, doesn't allow to write logic, right? So now class will allow us to write methods with logic. So what I should use? Class only I should use. Simple point. Still any doubts? Now, this is a final conclusion chart. Look at there. Programming elements and its purpose. Module, used for grouping packages. In a project, I have 100 packages. I want to group them packages. 10 packages as one group, some 5 packages are another group, 25 packages as another group. I want to group packages, then we use module. Already told you, I have a system. In my system, I want to make this hard disk as a drives. Then we use module. Next, in the drive, I have many folders, many files. I want to separate the files. I want to group the files. Nothing but group the related classes and interfaces. Package is used for grouping related classes and interfaces. Class used for representing and creating real world object in the programming world. A class has a multiple classes. Okay, right. No, module is not a project here. There are so many modules in one project. Under one module, there are so many packages. OS is the project, let's say. OS is the project. In the OS, we have hard disk is the project. Now the hard disk is divided into 4 drives, modules. Each drive is divided into multiple folders, packages. Right, next, we have 6 types of classes under class to represent object at different levels. Interface, used for only declaring operations. Abstract class, used for partial implementation. Means some of the operations declare, some of the operations implement. Concrete class, used for full implementation. Final class, used for stopping further subtypes with full implementation. Provide full implementation, want to stop further subtypes. Enum, used for declaring named constants. Used for declaring named constants to maintain as a menu. Alright. Annotation used for providing description and constant values. In last class, I have given you all the definitions very clearly. I hope you taken screenshots. 15th point, interface for representing main type object by declaring all its operations and forcing its subtypes to implement those operations as per their requirement. Mr. Modi, we use abstract class for representing subtype objects by providing some of the operations implementations and leaving other operations to be implemented by its further subtypes. Means abstract class is used for partial implementation. We use a concrete class, just class, for providing full implementation to all operations declared in interface. We use a final class also to provide full implementation, but for stopping further subtypes creation. Yesterday I given all these screenshots. I didn't know whether you by hearted or not. I requested by heart. You must by heart. How to take screenshot while taking desktop? Window print screen. Window print screen. Press window key and print screen. It will be printed. And where that image will be there? In pictures. In pictures. In screenshots. Okay, na? Half of the screen is hide. Why hide? Maybe problem in your system. Right? And then enum. Enum and annotations are meant for representing an object or not representing an object. Enum and annotation are not meant for representing an object. They are meant for other purpose. Enum is used for creating set of named constants for storing fixed values of an object as menu kind of items. As menu kind of items. Okay. Then next, annotation is used for providing description and configuration values for a programming element. A business has a fixed values as a menu. In a business, if menu there, then enum we must create. In a business, there is a board. Okay, then we have to create that board as what? Annotation. Simple point. I'm giving clues when to use which one, right? So you need to accept it. If you're not accepted, then keep on confusions will be continued. Okay. All right. Now, this is the just I am giving you main points. That's it. Annotation used for providing description and configuration values. Variable used for allocating memory to store values. Block and constructor used for initializing object with initialization values. Okay, this memory already created na. This memory is object. This memory want to fill with values, then block and constructor will be used. Okay, method used for providing implementation for object operation. Okay, inner class used for representing inner object of this outer object. Okay, so what you need to do today, you have to prepare, you have to take one or two white papers. Okay, two white papers you must take. On one white paper you have to prepare this this vehicle diagram, enum, and annotation diagram clearly. Okay, this one first you draw it down to this diagram, you clearly write this diagram code. Okay, now that is one white paper. Second white paper, on A4 size paper, you must write all these information in detail. In detail, I have written only shortcut. Go to Google, type module in Java. What the use of module in Java? Whatever the content you are finding, I given a shortcut used for grouping packages. Then what the use of module in Java? Search in Google. Are you finding any better answer? Collect it. What the use of package? Use of package. Like that, I want to prepare a table, clear table. Okay, programming element purpose. Now, after preparing two white papers, in front of your bed, in your bedroom, in front of your bed, you have to stick it. It is your God, Java God. Are you listening? It is your Java God. Okay, your regular God will give you job, no doubt in that. But if you pray this Java God, your regular God will help you to give you job. You want you want Java happy life, Java happy learning, and you want to enjoy your life. Simple, very very simple. You prepare these two charts on a A4 size paper, stick in front of your bed. Before sleeping, just watch it, pray it, and sleep. And then after waking up, immediately you watch it, pray it, and go out. And if you do it daily until you get job, any question asked in the interview you can answer. You can easily satisfy the interviewer. Are you catching my point? Your entire programming, entire Java programming will go around these what do you call these programming elements only. Everybody repeating, every time repeating, the point again repeating. The entire your Java programming will go around these programming elements only, nothing more. If you not practice these programming elements properly, and if you are feeling lazy and not practicing, not by hearted the statement, definitely you are going to face problem. Is it clear? Can you hopefully prepare the chart in your bedroom? Now, in every batch, I am telling this point. Few people are following me, many people are not following me, because generally, there is a, and from our childhood, we have teacher telling something, chalo, I don't. Okay, teacher is telling something to do, పక్క అవసరం లేదురా, ఎందుకురా ఇవన్నీ టైం వేస్ట్, తిన్నామా పడుకున్నామా లేచామా. రైట్? ఇలాంటి ఎదవలు ఉంటారు, జాగ్రత్త. దేర్ ఆర్ ద డర్టీ ఇడియట్స్ who will not work and will not allow you to work. Always they will make you lazy, saying that not required. Okay, he will always tell all the nonsense, not required. So if anybody say that not required to you, immediately you need to careful. That person is the most dangerous person. Stay away from him. He's going to spoil his life and spoiling your life too. Okay. Right. So I have completed giving you full clarity on I have given complete clarity on programming elements. I done my job. This is the inner classes. What the meaning of inner class? I told you. Creating a class inside another class is called inner class. Class bus, class person, outer class what you are seeing. Inside bus we have engine, it is also object. Inside person we have a heart, it is also object. Object means its own values and operations. Okay, a thing that has its own values and operations is an object. Simple. A thing that has its own values and operations is called, what you call, operations. It's called object. So class bus having its own values operation, class engine has its own values and operation, but engine will work part of bus. So that's why it is a inner class. Heart will work part of body. If you take heart out of the body, it will not work, right? It's part of person body. So it is a inner class. Take the screenshot of it. Okay, so that is the story about all programming elements. Java supports 8 programming elements. We completed module, package, class, variable, method, constructor, block, inner class. Now you are looking at class. Look at the class now. Are you seeing only class? In the place of class, are you seeing only class? In place of class, you have to see 6 classes, right? And totally how many programming elements? 13. Module, package, class, interface, abstract class, final class, enum, annotation, variable, method, constructor, block, inner class. Okay, right. So totally 13, but sub-programming elements I'm hiding, only main programming elements. Now, out of these programming elements, if you carefully observe, we have to pick the most important things. Okay, now I'm picking like this: module, package, class, interface, enum, annotation, variable, method, variable, method, variable, method, variable, method. Constructor blocks go under variable. Okay, constructor block go under variable. Abstract class and final class will go under class. So inter things I am hiding, only main content I am showing you. Module has package, package has a class, interface, enum, annotation, class has a variable method. Again this class method has a variable, interface variable method, enum has variable method, method contain again variable, annotation has variable method. Okay, why interface method doesn't have variable further? Come on. Why method doesn't have variable further? Because interface contain only declarations. Wonderful. Interface method doesn't contain implementation. When implementation is not there, how the variables can be there inside? It contain only declarations, right? Excellent, wonderful. So class methods allows us to write logic. As part of the logic, variables are allowed. Interface methods doesn't allow logic. Okay, enum method allow variables, annotation method doesn't allow. Tell me, if you look at carefully, class and enum are looking same hierarchy, interface and annotation looking same hierarchy. The definitions also same given by Sun Microsystem. A enum is a kind of class which allows us to create variables. What type of variables? Named constants, which allows us to create set of named constants. Okay, no, annotation and interface both are same. That's why we created with @ interface. It allows us to define set of methods to represent configuration values. Okay, description and configuration values. More details we'll understand in coming classes. At this minute, this chart is very important. How many programming elements we are hiding here? Background of this class, we have 2 more classes: concrete, final class, abstract class. Abstract class, final class. Background of the variable, we have 2 more programming elements. What the 2 more programming elements? Block and constructor. Okay, and of course inner class. Okay, under this class, inner class also there, we are hiding. Now I wanted to ask a question. Ready to answer? Tell me, these are the majorly using programming element every day in our programming. In our regular programming, these are the major using programming element, just I'm highlighting. Okay, remaining are sometimes use, sometimes we don't use. Then I wanted to ask some questions, ready to answer. Tell me, among all these programming elements, if you look at there, our next coming chapters, you can decide. If you wanted to create a class, first of all, you should know variables now. You must learn variables. Look at that, variable. You have a variable at a class and we have variable inside a method. This is one chapter, variable, types of variables, right? Next, if you look at the methods, we have method inside a class, we have method inside a interface. And tell me, we have here two types of methods, method and types of methods. Constructor, types of constructors. And these programming elements, nothing but chapters. Class, types of classes. Variable, types of variables. Method, types of methods. Constructor, types of constructors. Block, types of blocks. Inner class, types of inner classes. Package, types of packages. Module, types of modules. So totally how many chapters we need to learn? 8 chapters. Among these 8 chapters, which chapter first we should learn? Variable. If you know variable, remaining all will come into the picture. Variable, types of variables you should learn. Next to variable, method and types of method you should learn. Next to that, constructor, types of constructors. Why I have mentioned them in the order? Excuse me. Why I mentioned them in the order? Because they are the learning order. Variable, method, constructor, block, inner class, then package, module. Okay, right. But before launching the variable topic and all, first of all, I need to know one basic point that we are learning today. Okay, please concentrate here. When I required variable to create in the program, among all these programming elements, what is mandatory, what is optional? Let us try to analyze. Among all these programming elements, variable is mandatory always? No. If you want to store value, if I have a requirement of storing value, variable is required. Tell me, I want to create a one class. Tell me, method is required. I want to develop a program. In the program, method is required. When method is required? If you wanted to develop what? Logic. If you need to develop some logic, then method is required. If I don't have any logic to develop, method is not required. Tell me, interface. When interface is mandatory? Interface is mandatory if I have a object with a main type and subtype. So I don't write any program. First program I want to develop. Simple basic running program I want to develop. For that, interface is required or not required? Not required, right? The next, when enum is required, enum is mandatory when we have a named constants working as a menu of an object big business. So I am writing a small budgie program to display something hello world on the console, right? So then now enum is required or not required? Not required, right? And then annotation is required or not required? If I have a many programming elements to provide description, then I need annotation. I am not writing anything big stories, then annotation is also not required. Package required or not required? Package is required when if I have multiple classes and you wanted to arrange all the classes as a group, so then package is required. I do not have any multiple classes. I am writing just one class, just one program. Then what is required? Package required or not required? Not required. When there are no multiple packages, module is also not required. Do you understand? All people got clarity? Yeah? So module, package, interface, enum, annotation, variable, method. All these are optional for writing the project. Then tell me, out of these all programming elements, if you want to write a small program with a small logic, tell me which programming element is mandatory? Class. Without class, you cannot do anything. I hope you got clarity on this topic. Class is the mandatory part of entire project. So you got clarity on basic programming elements. 8 basic programming elements. Purpose of every programming element. Right? Purpose of every programming element you learn. Okay, and examples also you learn. Real-time connectivity also you learn. Now is the time we have to go for programming. Now the question is, inside a project, I can develop multiple classes, right? All these programming elements meant for what? Creating real world objects in the programming world. But there should be a starting point of execution. I created a big project. In the entire project, there should be a starting point of execution, right? I created a big house. This entire apartment should be there. There should be one main door, right? That is called essential door. Inside home, doors are there, not there, no problem. But to protect our house while we are sleeping, there should be one main door, right? Now moving to the next topic. Basic Java programming elements and their purpose completed. After creating a program with all these programming elements, we need to run that project. For that purpose, you should learn essential statements of Java program. Okay, essential statements of Java program we should learn. Are you ready? Are you ready? Essential statements of Java program. What are the essential statements of Java program? Tell me. My requirement is I wanted to develop, compile, execute, display some message on console, sir. For that, I open Notepad. Okay, first I have to open Notepad, you know, na? In a Notepad, I should take some programming elements, the program. Tell me, what is the essential statement? Obviously, class. Okay, class some name, open bracket, close it bracket. Inside this class, what I required, I can write n number of variables. I can write n number of methods. I can write n number of blocks, constructor, inner class. When you write n number of these members, you should know there should be a one starting point of execution. You must ask JVM, Array JVM, this is the starting point of execution. That the starting point of execution is main method. Are you catching my point? Main method. Next. Inside main method, tell me, I want to display some message. Okay, I want to display some message. Now, in a C language, you display message by using print. In a C++, you display message by using cout. In Java, you display message by using system.out.println. System.out.println, right? Tell me now, if you wanted to develop a project, compile and execute, what are the minimum programming elements, minimum statements you should write? 3 statements you have to write. What are they? Class, main method, system.out.println, S is capital letter. Is it clear my point? Once you develop a program, once you understand programming elements, if you wanted to run the project by using these programming elements, there should be a class to start your project. That class is called main method class. This class contain main method. So it is called what? Main method class. So if you don't define main method class in your project is useless. Throw in a dustbin. It will not run. So now, what are the essential statements of? The essential statements to develop, compile, execute, and display some message on the console are class, main method, system.out.println. Class is essential because Java is an object-oriented programming language. So every program must start with a class, and moreover in Java, we can use only a class because interface doesn't allow us to create method with logic. We have two programming elements. To develop a program, we have two programming elements, either class or interface. Okay, right. Class only allows us to create methods with logic. Okay, interface doesn't allow us to create method with logic. Very important point. From Java 8 version onwards, interface also allows us to create methods with logic, but still it is recommended to use class only because interface purpose is what? Representing main type of the object, not for writing logics and all. Okay, so don't change the purpose. Okay, right. Then tell me, now there is a bike called Lona. There is a olden days we have one bike called Lona. Any of you watch Raghuvaran B.Tech? Okay, Raghuvaran B.Tech, there was a movie. Hindi people, I don't know whether you watched or not. Telugu people might have definitely watched. Tamil people, Telugu people, right? Raghuvaran B.Tech, one movie is there. In that movie, the hero bike is what? Lona. That can be used as a bike, also can be used as a cycle also. I catch my point. So, but Lona, if you are using as a cycle, then why you are buying this Lona? You can buy what? Cycle, na? Are catching my point? So interface is a kind of Lona. It can be used as a class, can be used as an interface, but it is recommended to use as an interface only. Interface only, used as interface only meant for declaring operations. So that's why I don't recommend. That's why I don't recommend, taking interface as a main method class to execute. Clear my point? So now finally what the point? From Java 8 version onwards, interface also used to create methods with logic, but still it is not recommended, okay, to use a class only. Interface is not recommended. Okay, class, you hope got clarity. Okay, class is essential because Java is an object-oriented programming language. So every program in Java must starts with a class. Fine. The next point, try to answer. Why main method is essential? Main method is essential because main method is the initial point of class logic execution. JVM executes a class starts with main method only. If a class doesn't have main method, JVM will not execute it. It will throw error. Everyone understand that? Right? So if you don't write main method, the project is waste. You can throw in dustbin. That's it. So that's why main method is essential. Last, system.out.println is essential because in Java we can display any message on console only by using system.out.println. So if you want to develop a program, compile it, execute, and display some message on the console, then what you require? You need these three programming elements. Tell me, sir, I don't want to display any message on the console. Then don't use system.out.println. I don't want to run this program. This program I am developing only for compilation purpose. I don't want to run this program. Then just you remove main method. Main method is not required. Okay. Next, as I don't want to write a program itself. Okay, then don't write class. If you want to write a program, class is required. If you want to run that program, main method required. If you want to display message on the console, main SOPLN is required. Can I hope you got clarity on these essential statements? Don't come to conclusions like that. If main method is a part of JDK, I would tell it's a part of JDK. Na? When I am not telling why you are come to conclusions, that's where you people are confused, and lifelong confusion masters will be there. I am telling that you must create the class, you must create main method, you must create system.out.println, right? Main method is not part of JDK. It is part of our program. JVM knows. It's not part of JDK. JVM knows. Are catching my point? You are creating main method, and the main method calling, how to call that main method is known to JVM. Is it clear, Sravya? System.out.println is part of JDK because you are calling, you are not creating. Tell me, can I compile a class without main method? Can I compile a class without main method? Some people are telling no. Array, don't show your talent, Array. I clearly written the paragraph here, right? Main method is the initial point of class logic execution. JVM executes a class, starts with the main method. Did I use anybody here compilation? So stop using your brain. If you are not stop using your brain, you will face so many problems. Hello? Okay? You will face so many problems. Stop using your brain. Start use the points I am giving. Answer to my questions by using the points I have given, not by using your brain. Clear? Main method is meant for only execution, not for compilation. Okay, na? Then come to the story now. So I hope you got clarity on the topic called what? Essential statements of Java program completed. Tell me, how many programming element Java support? How many programming element Java support? 8. How many programming element Java support? 8. How many essential statements of Java program? 3. My dear confusion masters, don't confuse. Simple, easy. Okay? Ray, 8 and 3, don't say like that, Rababu. Then 13, you don't do your own calculations, Ray. 13 is interface. If you consider a class subprogramming elements, I am asking basic Java programming elements are 8. If you include subprogramming elements, will be extended more. Okay, will be extended more. So main programming elements are 8. Essential statements are 3. Don't add 8 plus 3 11. Okay, don't come to that decision like that. Now we know how many programming elements. We know essential statements. Now is the time you have to start developing the program. Are you ready? Many days you are waiting. Hello world program. Oh, hello world program. Are you ready? Ready for a hello world program? Hello world program. Steps to develop Java program. Tell me, what are the steps to develop Java program? Java program development comes under simple 5 steps. Java program development comes under 5 steps, just 5 steps. What the first step? Come on, tell me. What the first step? First step, open Notepad. First step, open Notepad. Because you have to type the program, na? Second step, create the program. Second step, type program. After typing, save the program. After saving, compile it by using Javac. Then execute by using Java. Okay. And now look at there. Look at there. First step, open Notepad. Arpita, how much you are seeing? Half screen is hide means? What you are seeing now? Are you seeing that white screen? How much is hiding? What you are using, laptop or mobile? Laptop. In laptop, half screen hiding. How half screen hiding in laptop, Abba? Are you seeing open Notepad? Open Notepad. Have you seen open Notepad? Type Java program. Save it with the .java extension. Compile it by using Javac tool. Execute it by using Java tool. Are you seeing all the 5 points? Then what is hiding? Which side is hiding, Nana? Okay. That's what I'm telling. Don't be hurry, worry. Okay. Be cool. Okay. You are in full worry saying that, so something going, something and what going, nothing will go. Okay. Everything will be streamed properly. Only your attention only. Okay. Don't get tension. Stay neatly for other people. But program you don't want to neatly type. Neatly don't want to maintain. Right? Change your mind. Program is your body. How neatly you are taking care of your body, same way you have to take care of program also. Right? Now tell me, program, first program, it is a name. It is a title case. Name must be in a title case. So first, every word first letter should be capital letter. Okay, fine. Open bracket. And tell me, in C language, every program open bracket, closed bracket, we will in the down line. You want to become C programmer or Java programmer? C programmer, open bracket will be down here. Java programmer, open bracket will be in the same line. Okay? You want to be a Java programmer or you want to be a C programmer? You want to be a Ameerpet Java programmer or you want to be a High-Tech City Java programmer? You want to be a Ameerpet Java programmer, then bracket will be right down. Okay, na? You want to be a High-Tech City Java programmer, I want to be an experienced Java programmer. You want to prove that you know every Java syntax properly. Write the bracket in the same line, class name, open bracket. So what is the difference between open here and here, sir? No difference. Compiler wise, no difference. Syntax wise, no difference. Both are same. But only difference is you are a Tumri fellow na, normal person. Okay, a programmer, non-programmer. Amirpet product, high-tech city product. Will tell you like this. So complete Java programmers are following like this. Then if you also want to say you are a Java programmer, write the bracket there only. Then next, down you go down, you should write main method. Tell me, main method outside of the class or inside of the class? Main method is part of the class, right? If you write main method from here, are you giving a feeling that main method is part of the class? No, na. You are not giving a feeling it is a part of the class. If you want to say part of the class, you have to move this public inside like this. All are catching my point? You have to start with some gap. Some gap you must give. This is called indentation. Okay, you must provide proper indentation. Okay, if you provide indentation, then program reading will be easy. Program understanding will be easy. Is it clear my point? Simple point. Your body there, inside your body, heart is there. Na? If God has given a heart outside of your body, nerves will be there outside of the body created. Then what you do? You have to hold your heart in your hand and go on the road. Na? Is it okay? Think. I'm giving the bad example so that your mind will be properly start working. Okay. So God has given your heart inside the body, saying that is a part of the body. And no, shield your body by using bones and skin and giving wonderful body to you, right? Like how God has given a beautiful shape to your body, same way you must also give the beautiful shape to the program. So there should be an indentation, some gap saying that it is a part of the class. Public and then static void main of string array args. It's a big statement, little big statement compared to C language. Public static void main of string array args. Where I should open the bracket? Come on. Where should I open the bracket? In the same line or next line? You have to write a block again, bracket. Next line or same line? Should be in the same line. Sorry, if you write in the next line, what is the problem? I told you, no problem. You are a Tumri fellow. Okay, brainless fellow. You want to behave like a Tumri fellow, brainless fellow, C fellow, then write in the next line. If you want to behave like a Java person, brain full Java person, then write in the same line. Right, then next line. You have to close now. Once you open the bracket, you have to close. Where I should close the bracket? Here, where I should open? Wherever you like, you open. Yeah, you can open wherever you like. Compiler accepts, JVM accepts. But I told you program should be look good. Where you should open the bracket? Exactly parallel down to public. Okay, exactly down parallel to public, you have to close. Then people feel that, okay, this is the start point, this is the end point. Hello? Everybody got clarity? Then now in the inside main method, now move the cursor inside main method. Now you start type system.out.println off. System.out.println off. You want to display text. What the text you want to display? Hello world. The text you have to write inside double quotes. You must write the text in double quotes. Then only compiler accepts it as a text. Otherwise it will throw error. Then I'm writing here, hello world. Okay, system.out.println hello world, you should write like this. Everyone got clarity here? This is your hello world program. Step, type the program. Open notepad. After open notepad, type the program. Completed. Next step, third step is what? Save this program. Tell me, how to save this program? By .java extension. What the name of this Java file? I want to save. Next step, I want to save. Control S. With what name I should save? Extension is .java. Okay. What the name? Come on, everyone should answer. What the name? Name is first to programmer, right? Name is first to program, the class name. Okay, people who have learned Java in your academics, definitely you will say that first to program, but I will take it as example, my own name, any name, my own name, example I am taking. Tell me, any problem? Will you get any problem? Okay, we'll see that. Where I should save? In JDK bin folder? No. We must save in our own folder. I told you na. In a D drive, I have created a folder called Core Java. In Core Java folder, I am creating. In Core Java folder, I am creating one folder called 01 Java Basics. Current topic is Java Basics based programs na, simple Java basic programs. So now Java Basics JB. Then now inside the Java Basics folder, I am saving example.java. Save. Tell me, any problem in saving? No problem, right? What I did, save with the name example.java in the folder Core Java 01 Java Basics. Everybody got clarity? Yeah? Everyone got clarity? Yeah? Up to saving completed. I told you don't save the program in a JDK bin folder like in your academics. That is a wrong. Okay. So you have to save in your own project folder. I told you. Desktop are commit suicide are desktop enter bonda. So people who are saving on the desktop, I should catch them and murder them like anything. I should make them pieces. Desktop for starting the computer, not for saving anything on the desktop. Tumri fellows. Clear my point? If I see anybody saving the programs on desktop and bringing laptop to me, I want to murder them like anything. Behave like a programmer, Rabbi. Don't behave like a layman, Rabbi. Behave like a programmer. Desktop is temporary. If your system corrupted and you need to reformat your system, then entire files, whatever the files you saved on the desktop, everything removed. Lazy fellows. On a desktop, you have to place shortcut files. Look at that. Shortcuts. If you want to access many times, you have to create shortcut files or temporary files. Even though they are removed, no problem. Then you can create them. Even you remove them, no problem, then create. If you want to make them permanent, you have to create inside the files and then you have to go for temporary files. So these are all the shortcuts files you have to create. These are my files are temporary files. That's why I created here. Even though they're deleting, not a problem. Don't say again next time desktop in front of me. Fine. So 2 steps completed. What are the next steps, sir? I want to compile. How to compile? How to execute? Compilation purpose, I must run the command word Java C, Java file name. Okay, I have to compile Java C, Java file name. Where I can run the Java C command? From the command prompt. Open command prompt. Listen carefully. The moment open command prompt, immediately your mind should flash with one point. What is that? Path. Did we set path? You want to use Java C. To use Java C, you must set the path to JDK software. Go and check. Did we set path variable with JDK? Yes. Already JDK path permanently we already done. So then no need to worry about it. Now Java C example.java. Java C example.java. Now, when I type Java C example.java, press enter. Program compiler, not compiled. Bolo. Program compiler, not compiler. Everyone should answer. Only few people are answering. Remaining people, I don't know what are you doing. Program compiler, not compiler. Program not compiled. Why not compiled? Why not compiled? Because Java file name and class name is different. Java file name class name is different. Is that problem? Or the compiler software searching for example.java file where in the current directory HK. In HK folder, example.java file is not available. That's why it's throwing error. File not found example.java. Is it clear? File not found example.java. This is Sunday. You may have class. Get ready. Repeating again. This is Sunday, 11 to 1. You may have class. No holiday. Babu, all you people listen. This is Sunday. You may have a class. No holiday. So 11 to 1, 2 hours class will be there. 11 to 1, 2 hours class will be there. Is it clear? So don't miss the class. %99 I will take Sunday class every Sunday. Okay, Sunday class every Sunday. Every Sunday class will be either 7 to 9 or 11 to 1 based on the link availability. Okay, the link availability I will take the class either 11 to 1 or 7 to 9. Early morning 7 to 9. Sir, morning 7 to 9 I cannot wake up that time, sir. Don't. If you want to compile the class, you have to open command prompt and then okay, and then you have to try to question yourself where I am compiling. Okay, right. Sriya, Masriya, okay. It's news 1:30 a.m. Okay, 7 means 7 a.m. means 9:30 p.m. Okay. Okay, I'll plan 7 a.m. Okay. What the time there? Now what is the time? Okay, I will try to take 7 a.m. otherwise. And now concentrate. So now I'm going to take something like this. What? Now you once you open the command prompt, in the command prompt by default path is showing to HK folder, current logged in user. Then now when you type Java C example.java, you will get compile time error, compiler throwing error, file not found example.java. Clear? Then now what should I do? First you have to change drive. Current drive is what? C. I should change it to D drive. D. How to change the drive? Drive name colon. Drive name colon press enter. All the commands I'll give you, don't worry. Okay, drive name colon. Then next step is what? We have to change the directory. How to change a directory? CD following by CD following by the file, the folder name 01 core java /01 java basics. Okay, this is our folder name, right? Press enter. Then now you type Java C example.java program compiled. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. It's always recommended to keep the folder backside. The program, the command prompt, the program and the command prompt, and then go to folder where you have saved. Go to the folder where you have saved core Java, Java basics. So if you maintain all the three side by side like this, it will be damn cluster clear to you what is happening background. Is it clear my point? So keep all the things side by side so that you will have full clarity on what is happening. If you are open the command prompt, background what is happening, you don't know. I hope you know how to open all the three. First open folder, on top of the folder open command prompt, drag side, open notepad, drag down. Okay, like that, keep side by side. Now you start type the commands so that it will be clear. Tell me, all the people told that if I save the class name and Java file with a different name, we will get error. Will you get error or no error? Fast. Will you get error or no error? We will not get any error. Program successfully compiled. Array, compiler software doesn't have any rule that Java file name class name is same. Your academics lecturers are having that rule. Is it my point clear? Your academic lecturers have that rule. They confused you in academics. So as per compiler JVM, there is no rule that Java file name class name must be same, can be different. But there is a one case, that case will be see later. Okay, in one case Java file name and class name must be same, really not required. Okay, then tell me, if I run this program, what is the dot class file name? I told you now, when you compile the program, dot class file is created. What the name of the dot class file will be created? With what name dot class file is created? Come on. With what name dot class file is created? With example dot class or first program dot class? If you go back to compiler role, I discussed now important facts on Java program and Java software. I explain you, right? If you go back to the day, definitely you will realize. Come on. What the role of the compiler? Compiler is responsible for generating bytecode for the given class and store in a dot class file with the same name as a class. Na? Tell me, bytecode is generating for whom? Bytecode is generating for Java file, bytecode is generating for the class code. Bytecode is generating for the code created in the class. Na? If you take Java file name, it's a confusion, right? So tell me, what the name of the dot class file? Name of the dot class file is, name of the dot class file is first program dot class. Look at there. This is called analyzation. This is how you should analyze. That's why I told you, I will teach you Java with what technique? ARV. I will not teach Java. I will discuss the subject with you. I'll follow ARV technique. Analyze, realize, visualize. Are you catching my point? Analyze, realize, visualize. So I never blindly follow any point. If somebody say that some rule, I don't accept. If somebody say that, hey, this is the point you have to follow, immediately ask, why? Why that rule? Why that rule? Because first my mind should analyze it. My mind should realize it. My mind should visualize it. Then only I'll accept the point. Then only I'll get a feeling that, yes, now I understood. Understanding will come only via these 3 points. Clear my point? So never ever accept the point, whatever the rules telling by the people. You question it. Why? So now try to answer. Can I save Java file name on a class name with a different name? Yes. Then if I compiler throw any error? No. What the dot class? What the name of the dot class file generated? Class name dot class. Why with the class name dot class? Compiler is responsible for generating bytecode for a class, not for the source file. Is it clear? Is the point clear? So tell me, I want to execute. Tell me, what should I execute? Source code I should execute, a bytecode I should execute, a bytecode. Java first program. Okay? Java first program. Class name you should give. Hello, you must not give the dot class extension. Is it clear? You must not give dot class extension. You should give only Java first program. Run. You will get output. Hello world. Now the question, hello world is coming from main method, na? Hello world is coming from main method, right? So what is the flow of execution? Tell me now. The flow of execution. When I compile Java C example.java, compiler will go into Java basics folder, D core Java basics folder, searching for example.java file available. It's an internal code reading. This is the code only. Reading the internal code, compiling it, and generated bytecode and stored here. Okay, then next, when you run Java first program, JVM is searching for first program dot class. With the given name, it is searching for a dot class. You must not give dot class extension. It is searching for a dot class extension, Java first program. And then Java basics, searching in core Java basics folder. Go to C drive. Go to D drive, core Java basics, searching for first program dot class. Yes, found. Then tell me, JVM start the execution. JVM start the execution starts with the main method, na? Starts with the main method. So now it is going and searching main method in this class. Yes, main method available. Then execution start in the main method. In main method, we have the message hello world. That hello world displayed to us. Click on raise button and tell me, all these points are understood? The flow of execution, is it clear? How to develop, compile, execute. So if you are, once the class completed in your system, what you must do? In your system, you want to copy the program, or you want to copy the program, or you wanted to type the program. You want to type by your own. Without opening system, can you type the program yourself? If some error coming by reading error, can you try to find the mistake you committed? Take screenshot. This is our hello world program development. First step, second step, third step, saving, fourth step, fifth step, sixth step. In sixth step, seventh step, it is going here. Eighth step, coming here. Ninth step, generated first program dot class. Then 10th step, you run the command Java command. 11th step, JVM searching for the dot class file. 12th step, found. 13th step, searching for main method in the class. Main method available. 14th step, running main method logic. 15th step, display hello world on the console. Okay, take screenshot once again with these 15 steps. Completed? Removed main method. Okay, let me do step by step. I remove system.out.println. Save. Come here. Clear screen. Now directly compile only na? Directly compile. Then tell me. Any error? No error. Then now compiler software, go to Java basics folder, found example.java, collecting the code available inside, compile and generated a new dot class file na? Old dot class file now replaced with new dot class file code. Okay, then next JVM. JVM is coming into picture. Java first program. Tell me, for JVM to run a class, what required? System.out.println required, main method required. Main method is required. Main method is available in Java program. Yes. What is the output will be displayed? What is the output will be displayed? Will you get any output? No, no output. Okay, right. Observe now. Observe now. Java C example.java. Go. Sorry. Java first program. Java basics. Yes. Dot class file available. In the dot class file, SOPLN is nothing is there. So no output coming on the console. Okay. Next step. Next step. Now I am removing this main method. Save it. Save it. Then clear screen. All right. I remove the main method. Any compile time error? Come on. Any compile time error? Any compile time error? No compile time error. Compiler is searching for the class and its syntax correctly there or not. It is not worrying about, okay? It is not worrying about whether method is there or not there. It don't worry. It will worry only one point. Syntactically program correctly written or not. Compile dot class file generated. Then tell me, Java first program. Bolo, what happened here if you run Java first program? Java first program will get main method will throw error. What the error? Main method is telling you, Chitti, main method not there in your class. Look at that. Main method not found in the class first program. Please define the main method as, please define the main method as public static void main string array args. Okay, is it clear? Please define main method as public static void main string array args. So this is a very, very important point. So main method is not mandatory for JVM. Sorry, compiler. You can compile the class without main method. Okay, tell me, sir. I'm going to write some statement here. One small shock I am going to give you. Save it, clear screen, compile it, program compiled successfully, executed successfully. We are getting output hello world. Now, here I am going, changing the message here, hello world to hi. I can write any message. Now come back to command prompt, clear screen, run java example.java. Compiled or not? Yes. And then execute java first program. What is the output? Output is hello world higher. Output is hello world higher. Hey, error, why error, Babu? No error. Output is hello world higher. Come on. Output is hello na, hello world higher. Many people are giving answer hi. Hello world is the output. Not hi. Amma, why? I trapped you. How no? Look at that. Java C example.java found. It will go to notepad and find the code I am telling you previously. That is wrong. Okay, it will not go to notepad. Java C example.java. It will read the code available inside this Java file in the hard disk. The code in the notepad, if not saved in the hard disk, then the code available in the notepad, the code available in the hard disk is both are different. Now after changing hello world, I didn't save. That means it reading only from example.java. Sorry, it reading from example.java class file is generated. When I type Java first program, JVM will go to first program class file. In first program class file, what is there? Old code is there, hello world code is there. Then that's why we got the message hello world. Either compiler or JVM will never read the code in the notepad, will never read the code available in the editor software. Always read the code which you saved in the hard disk. Only up to their arrow marks will come, will not come to edit plus. For your clarity purpose, I have written edit plus. Did you get clarity on this point? Then now I am saving it, save it. Now hard disk code and my code is both are same. Now compile it and execute. Output coming higher. So final conclusion, when you compile the program or execute the program, compiler software, JVM software, read the source code and read the bytecode from where? From the only hard disk, not from the command prompt. Sorry, not from the editor software. This knowledge is very important. Clarity on first program development? Yeah, sometimes the date will not be changed. There may be some algorithm running background. Every time time must be changed, but it's not changing. We don't know what the reason. Sometimes will not be changed. What the meaning of public and static? Tomorrow class.